we are back to exploring why we escape into our imagined worlds and what our daydreams reveal about us. Joining us is a political science teacher, Miss Mehak, and we are so excited to hear her perspective on how imagination and escapism is connected with political science. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm very well. You say.
I'm good, ma'am. So, ma'am, my first question is that in our project we are looking at escapism, the ways people escape into imagined worlds. For young people today, memes and trends are a way to do so. They let us laugh on serious issues or turn politics into something lighter. Do you think this kind of escapism is harmless fun, or does it change how we engage with real issues?
As far as my opinion is concerned, we are doing it in a limit, then it is harmless. But sometimes what we do is we cross our limits, and the issues which actually need concern, or I think which are actually very important, especially in political science, because I talk about my subject, they are taken into fun. So I think they are not given a due consideration. So I think within a limit it is okay, but when people cross their limits and they make fun of each and everything, so that I think is very wrong. So this is what I think.
Ma'am, could you share any example with us to understand this issue? Like, how do you think, how much is okay?
Well, for example, recently in Bihar there was assembly elections. So there was a candidate, I will not cite her name, and she was the youngest MLA. And the way she was responding to the media, and she was actually having no knowledge about political science, or I would say about the politics of the country, but still she won, and people were making fun of that girl, and now she has just taken the oath. And I have seen many MLAs in Bihar Assembly who are not able to even take oath, and young people are creating memes out of it, but they should understand what is the seriousness, what is the importance of this situation, that young people should jump in politics. They should not make fun of each and everything. So this is a recent example which I can quote.
Thank you, ma'am. Let's go on to the next question. Ma'am, escapism also links with our identity formation. On social media, in fandoms, people often create versions of themselves which they want to show to the audience. They are performing their world through filters, aesthetics, or roles. It feels less like living into reality, like performing a role for the audience. In your view, does fandom culture and social media create an imagined world where identity is performed rather than lived? Like living will be the reality, and when we say performing, we are presenting a version for people to see. What do you think about this?
Well, indeed, I completely agree to this point, because when we were young, there was no social media, no Instagram, no Facebook, and we were quite simple. But now I can see that young people, they actually don't do that much which we show. Actually, recently I got to know about a trend that there was a youngster who was not able to go to the Jeet Dosanjh concert. What he did was, he bought some stories to put on his Instagram just to show people that what he is doing in his life. And there are numerous examples. For example, my nephews, and they are actually pressurizing their parents because they want to buy some new iPhone just to put a story on Instagram and show other people that how well off they are, even if their parents are not able to afford. So I think, and apart from this, girls nowadays, I think they're not that interested in making careers in other things. When I was young, I could remember that we friends used to discuss that I want to be a doctor, I want to be an engineer. I always used to say that I want to be a teacher. But nowadays, I think girls are more into content creation, which is meaningless, I think, which is completely meaningless. And well, there are many examples that girls, they skip the school, and they also, I think, they waste the very important time of their life because they think they can be a good content creator on Instagram and this is going to be a full-time career. But they are not understanding that this is not going to be a full-time career. This is, I would say, this is just a waste of time. If your content is not up to the mark, and in 90% cases, it is just a waste of time.
It distracts you from what you should make out of your life.
I'm not saying that one should always study and should make career in that only, but now the content creation is actually converting to nudity. What I feel. on Instagram especially, and this is definitely like putting a very bad influence on young people's mind, because they have created a story in their mind that more likes we want to get. For example, you also are young. We see many young girls like putting get ready with new videos, which is actually promoting nudity. It is completely harmful for them, for the young minds.
It definitely hinders the identity
Exactly,
formation. This
exactly.
is a time for clarity on what you want to do
Exactly.
with your life. And when you shift into this path,
Exactly.
even in classrooms, memes and trends are so popular, right? Like you
Yes.
just told me your example. So sometimes students use them to explain ideas for political science as well. They want to make it relatable.
Exactly.
So have you noticed students using memes or trends in class discussions? And do you think this helps them connect with ideas, or does it create more illusion and actually covers the what is going on in it, what is really going in it? So they can simplify or distort issues. Sometimes they change the direction of what the real issue is. So do you think that happens as well?
I think I partially agree on that, because I myself use Instagram and I have followed many pages on which I can see some memes related to law and political science. They are good also, because it is a fun way to learn something. Because when we scroll our Instagram and we come across many memes, at least students get to know about what issues are going on, even through the memes. It is harmless, but yes, if memes, because of content creation, sometimes the content creator or the meme creator also distracts from the issues. It also gives them half knowledge, which is harmful also. So I partially agree to this. If memes or AI is used to convey the message, especially politically, that would be very useful for the students, because it would be a very fun way to learn new things. And many times in my class also, I discuss many Instagram videos. I forward many Instagram videos and reels in my group also, so that they come to know about. For example, I have also created a law page of myself, and there also I try to create a small meme kind of video, which is very fun loving, and students love to learn by this.
So, escapism is used really positively.
Yes, it can be used positively as well. Yes.
Sometimes escapism in politics isn't about humor only, and it is about hope, it is about performance. Like whole groups imagine futures where justice is there, democracy is prevailing, opportunities are equal. Do you think collective political escapism can act how people reform their thinking, or do you think it only remains as a fantasy?
Well, I remember when in class 10th I used to teach history to students. So there was a chapter called Nationalism in Europe. I hope you might also be remembering. So on the first page of that chapter was print by Frederick Solvay. I think it was just an imagination. He was imagining a world where all absolutists and all, I would say, the kings, they were shattered down on the ground, and he was imagining a society where there would be democracy. And eventually his imagination came true. So I think if in a group we as youngsters are imagining a world where there will be complete justice, equality, I think it is possible also.
That is a beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Love that.